Welcome to this week's One Piece review. This is the weekly Shonen Jump edition. The chapters just came out today in Japan. Alright, so let's read along, shall we? The chapter continues off from what left off last week with Doflamingo and Aokiji appearing right behind him, telling him to stop. So you see Smoker's men saying Aokiji. They're all surprised to see him. And Aokiji's freezing up. We hear the cracking sound. That's because of the ice. And so he's frozen Doflamingo over. We see Buffalo and Baby Five saying young master and master. And we go to the next page. And Doflamingo's turned around. He's gotten out of being frozen. And he has he has a smile on his face. And what we see here, Buffalo saying, "Oh, what a relief. He wasn't frozen down to the core." And you see Smoker's men saying, "Smokey!" Doflamingo saying, "I have no desire to fight you, but if I don't have the option of silencing him for good, then I have to change my tactics. Will you just tell me one thing? Where do you stand? Just what are you now, Kuzan?" The rumors I hear aren't good. And Aokiji says, "Excuse me, you might want to hurry up and help him," telling Smoker's men to come on and begin the medical treatments. And we have Doflamingo saying he's no simple wanderer. Only a man who's made up his mind about something can make a face like that. So what he made his mind up about, we're definitely going to find out in the chapters to come. Okay, I never thought the world government was the be all end all. You don't have to be affiliated with the Navy to accomplish things in the world. And there are some things you can only see when you remain independent. And Aokiji is telling Smoker, and Smoker saying, "I was a dead man just now," with a cigar in his mouth. And he's bandaged up right about now. His left eye is bandaged over, so he's only looking out of his right eye right now. Then I guess it was fate that brought me here. Smoker asks, "Why are you here?" And Aokiji says, "To see you." "How did you know I'd be here?" "You wouldn't have the black market connections, now would you?" "Black market?" He's a former admiral, Smoker's men are saying. "If you're done bandaging him, then leave, then give us some space," Aokiji's telling Smoker's men. "I'm just me, Smoker." Smoker says, "Fine. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of Doflamingo. He's one of the 7 warlords and presiding king of Dressrosa. He's an exceedingly rare class of pirate, unlike even the snake princess of the Kuja. Inform Akinu and the admirals, and have the admirals mobilized." Now it doesn't say Akinu, I'm just using his first name. "In a worst case scenario, the gears will come undone before your eyes, and this will be the greatest challenge yet faced by Akinu's new naval headquarters. I've given you my warning." And Aokiji tells Smoker's men that, "Hey, um, you know, whatever, I forgot, who cares?" He was telling them, "Yeah, you didn't see nothing, so don't say nothing." And they agreed. They're like, "Fine, we'll keep it a secret that we saw you." So they're all making the hush mark. We go on. It's nighttime now. We see the Thousand Sunny sailing on the seas, and there are trees coming out of the water, which appear to look like, yeah, big trees coming out of the water. So that's very interesting. Okay, so we're going off. And we picking up where they're saying the crew and Usopp's very concerned about Doflamingo and wondering how many people are chasing them, and Chopper's agreeing with them. So they're all very, very concerned. And they do have on Kinemon's armor. It's a very interesting look. Very interesting look indeed. And what we hear is Kinemon saying, I should not stand for this. Have at thee. And Zoro saying, I told you it's a long story. Knock it off. Nami saying, don't fight on the deck like this. That's dangerous. And we see Kinemon's sword, which has a flame coming out of it. And Luffy's like, oh, they're playing samurai, so he's all excited. The grave robbing of Wano's national hero traumatized our land, and now I discovered that it was you. My disappointment knows no bound. I told you it wasn't me, Zoro saying. Speak not such lies. I recognize the blade on your waist as Susui, the great sword, the sword of the great Ryuma. And if everybody remembers, go back to the Thriller Bark where Zoro attained that sword, and everybody knows that it was Dr. Hogback, which dug up, which did all that. He dug up Ryuma and the sword and all of that. And so Sanji's saying his pizza's gonna be for dinner, and Kinemon's like, Peter, another fine meal concocted by that good fellow, no doubt. And he's asking, has Momonosuke already retired to bed? And Nami saying he's in the bath with Robin. And so Kinemon, Sanji, and Brook are all like, huh? Look at their facial expressions are just priceless. And Robin's giving Momonosuke a bath. He hasn't bathed in days. And they're there. And she says, oh, good time. And Kinemon, can you give him a kimono? And all three are saying, what are you doing, you little perverted little imp? And Nami comes and hits all three of them in the head. What's wrong with you? Grown men picking on a little child. You should know better. And they're saying, you don't understand the male mind, Nami. And Momonosuke saying, Nami, they frighten me so terribly, princess. Princess, oh, you shouldn't be so honest. You're such a little sweetie. You'll sleep in our room tonight, won't you? What, in the women's room? The secret garden? Brook, Sanji, and Kinemon say. And they say, he is a most wicked little goblin. And Momonosuke has the biggest... Alright, and Momonosuke has the biggest smile on his face. Alright, and Usopp, we see Usopp and Chopper walking around the ship. They're all scared, saying no guarantee he won't find us. Come, do your worst, Doflamingo. Actually, don't. I can't sleep, Chopper says. Okay, so the morning paper has arrived. And Brook has the morning paper. He's saying yo ho ho. Ah, yeah. So he's definitely playing a song right about now. And we see on the front page that Doflamingo did step down from being a 7 warlord and the king of Dressrosa. So everybody's gathered around reading everything. And so what they're saying is that, let's see, just as it should be, he didn't have any other choice. And we have Caesar Clown saying, Joker, you did all this just for me. So why are our faces in the paper too? Luffy asks. And so we see Luffy and Trafalgar Law, both of them in the paper. And what it says in the headline, it says, Warlord of the Sea, Trafalgar Law forms an unprecedented alliance with the Straw Hat Pirates. Government response to Law is as of yet unknown. And what we see here is more people around the New World reading the paper. There's also another Another story breaking. It says the Kid Pirates, Orange Air Pirates, and Hawking Pirates form an alliance at the same time. And what the people are reading the paper, they're saying these problem children, each called the eye of the storm over the past 2 years, all team up at once, whatever is happening over in the New World. And Luffy saying them two think they've got the same idea as us. Leave them to their own devices. We'll continue with our plan, Law says. Just focus on Doflamingo. Alright. So what Law is saying now, do you see just how big this deal of ours was? All we did was kidnap Caesar, and he gave up a world throne he held for 10 years and a government stamped license to plunder in the span of a single night. He did those things to get Caesar back. That's his answer. If we give him back, the deal is complete, however. And we switch to Dressrosa, and we see people around the kingdom saying, Your Majesty, my king. There's a lot of confusion going on right about now. The phone is ringing. We see Doflamingo sitting in his chair, and it's Law calling, and he picks up the phone, and that's the end of the chapter. So there's One Piece chapter 699. Next week is going to be the big 700. With 700 chapters, that is a huge milestone. Very interesting here. It's very apparent that Doflamingo did not want any part of Kaido. He'd rather deal with the world government. So, and he just has too much at stake, to cross over Kaido. That's very interesting. I did like seeing the armor that Usopp and Chopper had on. So we expect to see some more armor, and eventually Zoro, they'll explain what happened, and Kinemon, he'll calm down, so he'll be cool about it because that Zoro didn't steal that sword. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, what's going to happen with the big 700, and what awaits the Straw Hat crew and all of the alliances. So just stay tuned, and it should be exciting for for everything to see. So this has been my review of One Piece 699, the weekly Shonen Jump edition. Like I said, the chapters did come out today. Alright everybody, hope you enjoy, and see you next Monday.